Will you marry me? Our insurance debacles, or from the last episode, leads to this discussion about our wives' jewelry, negotiating with jewelers, excuse me, and a way to get free drinks at the bar. Right. So when to ask for a blessing and what not to ask your future father-in-law. So if you're about to pop the question, you might want to listen to this episode. Oh yeah, is that a service dog? Okay, just checking because we have a no pet policy. We also talk about that. If you want to talk about or chat anything that we talk about in this episode or at all in season 4, you know what's coming up. This is episode number 183 of the W2 Capitalist podcast. Matter of fact, I'm so pissed at Lloyd's that they also are the underwriter for my wife's jewelry, right? So engagement ring, wedding ring, whatnot. Our renewal came up with them, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even renewing with them. I'm not even paying that $200. I'm not doing it.
How nice is y'all's jewelry?
Because
Because I saw Jamie
probably
shaking his head too. It's like, what the fuck are y'all giving y'all's wives? They got y'all. They got y'all wrapped.
They do, and I'm okay with that.
I'm lucky my wife doesn't.
Bro, do you got an insurance
Care about that.
policy on Caitlin's rings? Caitlin's jewelry?
Caitlin, do we have an insurance policy on your ring? Yeah.
I almost spit
No.
Quarter
truly
carat,
all
I
over.
don't think they go that low.
Jamie, do you?
Excuse me, it's
I do.
0.8 carat. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
0.8.
No, I have no doubt in my mind Blair is locked and stocked in that closet of hers.
No. She doesn't have a ton of jewelry, but the ring I got
But
insured.
what she's got is primo.
What she has, a lot of it she bought before me. That's
From
why
other
she married me.
boyfriends.
She thought I was gonna be rich. So here we are.
Good things come to those who wait, right?
That's right.
So
that's
it's-
right. No,
Long-term
she's
game.
I went probably more than I should have on the engagement ring, but it's all right. We're here now.
Yeah.
All right, so like
8 years
10K,
later.
10K.
You want to know a number?
Is it rude? This is rude.
No,
I'll
I
take it
don't
back. I take it back. I take it back.
Go for it.
More than 10?
Yeah.
More than 15?
Wow.
More than 20?
No.
Woo!
Yeah.
You're a better man than me.
I was balling at the time, man. Single, medical sales.
You're like, I'm gonna make this woman
Let's go.
mine.
Let's go.
Jamie, you'll appreciate the story for many fronts, but Cassie and I, we were, this is before kids, right? And we lived in Perdido Key. So Floribama is right down the road, right? So we went there and we entered a cornhole contest.
Oh yeah.
And we're playing against these guys. And about halfway through the game, the opponent on one of the guys on the other end, he runs up, he shakes my hand, he goes, I'm just looking at your wife's ring. He goes, I don't know what you do, but apparently you make a shit ton of money. And I was like, you must have me confused with, I appreciate the compliment, but you must have me confused with something else. By the way, slow down on the bushwhackers, or maybe not, because we want to go pretty far in the tournament. We didn't make it very far in the tournament.
Okay, I have the best wedding engagement ring story. So, me and Trina were dating, not too long, but 6 months or whatever. And then she moves in, and that's fine. She rented her house out, moved into my place.
Living in sin. We did it for 5 years. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. To me, you gotta test.
Just drive the car, man.
Modern day problems call for modern day solutions.
So, but that being said,
Reject modernity.
for those that don't know, my wife is a bit of a ball buster, and she gave me basically a deadline of like it's either go or no. And I was definitely like happy, and I kind of figured it was going to happen anyways. So we go out and we shop forever. Of course, it's like even worse than like dealing with furnishings or houses that we're doing now. And, I definitely learned all about the cut and clarity and all the C's.
The 4 C's.
Bullshit. And,
Or the 5.
She basically kind of gave me a guideline. And of course, as the dipshit that I am, kind of just blew it all off and was like, I'm just going to go in there and wing it. So, I mean, I didn't really, I'm trying to remember how much I spent. I mean, I wasn't very rich at the time. So I'm thinking like $5,000, $6,000, maybe something like that. Nothing special.
Still a pretty penny, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. I mean, fuck, it was, especially at that time. And so I go in without her, and I go to this like jeweler that she really, we thought we had it all together, and I got him to make it the way I want him to make it. And I go pick it up, and I'm right there at the deadline. And got on the knee, did all that shit, and proposed to her, and obviously she said yes. And of course, like immediately it's like, what is this? Like, not, I mean, she did it later.
This is what I want.
She did it later. She didn't do it right there in the moment. She at least had enough couth for that. But
that's awesome.
She's like, this is like, she was bitching about the clarity and, all the C's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. Like, we'll go to the jeweler and we'll see if we can do something better. Like, I just want to be fucking done with this so we can move on with, wedding planning and all that, which was another fun thing. But, so we walk in there.
Do I have your permission to air this part of your story, or?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I tell this story all the time. So,
Are you gonna get in trouble for telling your side of the story?
Yeah.
Hey, like I always say, there's 2 sides of the story, but this one's pretty fucking accurate. So we take the ring and we go into the shop, and it's this older lady, and we sit down, and Trina pulls out the ring, and she, tells the lady her issues with it. And, she's just kind of like looking at me, during this whole thing. And, I'm like, yeah, so, we just want to see what other options we have, and I go, I'm really sorry about this. And she looked at me and she goes, no, I feel sorry for you.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow. She had seen enough of them.
Damn.
I
Wow.
was like, all right.
Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Well, I mean, she's still wearing the same goddamn ring today. So
Is she? Nice. I know a guy who will go unnamed whose wife asked him for a do-over in front of like a whole group of people. Which was
Like the proposal, or?
no, like the ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like she said it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
well, what we
ooh.
did. What we did once, like, it was all official and everything. Like, we go out and party with friends, and we were like, let's just fuck with people. So she would hand me the ring, and I would like be in the middle of a bar and like act like, like, babe, will you marry me? And everybody claps and goes, oh.
Oh, wow.
They buy us drinks.
Buy you drinks.
and-
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm in the bar, I'm probably buying you a shot or two. That's
So to all the
shit.
newlyweds out there, milk it.
I love it.
Oh dang. Wish I thought of that 3 years ago.
Not
Did you
too
guys
late.
negotiate with the jeweler on your purchase? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff says no. Brody.
He was a good salesman.
Yeah.
So when I
that's
started
still,
negotiating on the price, he said, we have something that might fit what you're looking for. And I was like, this motherfucker's really
Yeah,
damn good.
Yeah, I'm with you. That is still one of the negotiations, and Cassie does not know this, but that is still one of the negotiations that is my top 5 of. God damn it! Like I could have gotten a better deal, but But the guy who sold it, he gave me some solid advice. I don't think it was worth the difference in what I think, what I paid and what I wanted to pay. And here recently, with Jamie, with the Atmore deal where we got the land under contract, that whole negotiation is one of those that I had this in mind, and I could tell the guy was kind of drifting off and wanted to go in a different direction. And I finally just sucked it up, and I said, you know what? We'll give you what you want. That's fine. Like, it's still a good deal for us. It's a good deal for you. And at that moment, I realized, all right, there are some negotiations you have to walk away and realizing that what you got was a really good deal and what the seller got was a really good deal. It may not have been where I like preconceived idea of where we were going to end up, but it was still a really good deal. But the advice the jeweler gave me, he goes, now listen, he goes, are you going to talk to her dad? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, you, how did he word it? Let me get this right. He goes, you do not ask for permission. You ask for blessing. Because if he says no on the permission, then it's hard to get out of. But if they say no on the blessing, you still do it anyway. I was like, oh,
Oh, that's really smart.
that's pretty smart. I was like, still not worth the extra money I feel like I paid for this, but
That's some
thank you.
Grant Cardone tactics right there.
Yeah, it's all in the wording.
Y'all-
Smart
Did all
guy,
y'all
no.
ask? Did all y'all ask for the father's permission?
It did. Blessing,
Yeah.
not permission.
I don't remember how I worded it, honestly, but
I think mine went a little something like, so me dating your daughter was a surprise. I don't want this next part to be a surprise. So I'm going to marry her. You cool with that? Yeah. All right, man.
all right, cool.
Great.
That's awesome.
I was gonna ask my father-in-law. We were working on at the time it was Trina's house, and we were working up on the roof. I was gonna ask him that day, but we were up on the roof, and then I was like, you know, maybe the top of a roof.
At the right time.
I mean, you know, that's his firstborn, and I was like, maybe the top of a roof isn't the best place to ask him.
Jeff
So
doesn't
we-
need to be slipping and falling on a roof,
Right,
you know.
right.
It's,
So we waited till we took him out to dinner, and I caught him off guard when Trina went to the bathroom, and of course he said yes, but he was pissed that I caught him off guard because he couldn't fuck with me. So when Trina's sister's husband or fiance or boyfriend at the time, I guess, asked him, he was ready, and he fucked with him like hardcore.
pays to go
Yes.
first.
So I asked brother and father.
Oh, nice.
Her brother's like her best friend, you know, they're really tight. Father started crying, like was really excited, welcome me to the family.
Wow.
Brother looks at me and goes, dude, if you know what you're getting into, more power to you.
Fair warning. Fair warning. You got
That's funny.
we were at like after all the hoopla, like we were at her mom's, like having drinks and celebrating and everything, and her mom pulls me aside, and I don't know how many times I've told this story, but obviously y'all haven't heard it, but she pulls me aside and she goes, you know, every day when Trina was a little girl and I'd go in to wake her up for the day, and I'm like, oh, cool, this really cute story. You know, I'm like, oh, cool. Well, yeah, let's hear what you got to say. I'd go in there and I would wake her up, and I never knew which Trina I would be waking up to. No truer words have ever been said to me.
Wow. That's awesome. That's incredible.
Welp.
You guys want to hear a secret?
Yeah.
Oh, that was weak. Whoosh.
Wait. Can I guess it?
Gay.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
What did you say, Brody?
I said gay.
Gay.
Oh, well, way to ruin the secret.
Yeah, when you open a patchouli, it should be like pussy.
Should make like that moaning noise where it's like,
Oh, you really do speak in meme. That's awesome. I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly what meme you're talking about, though. That's good. No, we're not pregnant again.
Oh,
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got 3.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking number 4.
I think we're done. I will say that I've really been in it, like, to tune in and not be such an asshole to the kids here recently and just enjoy the moment that we're in. Now, there are still times like today at soccer practice where I'm just over all the shit, all the whining, all the crying. Let's go. Get in the
you
floor.
really need to watch that movie, Jay.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
You need to watch that movie now,
All right.
like tonight.
I'm gonna go watch.
But no, the secret is we've been recording here for about an hour. I have no pants on, so there you go.
Well,
Oh,
I have no pants on.
I'm gonna
Well, it
keep my
wasn't
pants
just me.
on.
I'll join you.
right. No, I was out spraying for some weeds, and I looked up and it was 6:45, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And it was one of those things where I went to refill the sprayer and I opened it up, and apparently I didn't pressure release valve, and it went everywhere. And I'm talking, I had enough time to come in and scrub down like I'm going into surgery up to my elbows, and it's all over my shorts. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it pantsless.
Love it.
So,
And y'all make fun of me with that pull valve that hit me in the mouth.
what?
Oh yeah,
That-
Jay may
that
not know
was-
about that.
I don't know this story.
Wait, I don't know about this story either.
Yeah, you were there, Brody, on the call, weren't you?
Rob, you were there. I lost my virginity to your daughter.
What's that from?
That
I
was a
remember
rough-
that.
Tommy boy.
Ah,
Oh,
that's a classic.
That's top 5 for me. Tommy boy.
That's a good one.
I was trying because
Animal
I
House.
had two
Nah.
I had 2 movies that were kind of like dramas or whatever, and I was like, I gotta have a comedy in there somewhere. And that one, I've seen clips of it. here
Blazing
recently,
Saddles.
but I
Yeah,
think it holds up.
definitely. The sheriff's up.
Yeah, they would get immediately canceled.
No
if they
way
tried
it's
to do that.
happening on TV
That
right
and
now.
Young Frankenstein was like my favorite. Man, Mel Brooks was just a savage. Sorry, Jeff. We
yeah,
interrupted you.
Yeah, Jeff, go ahead. Sorry.
I
You had
mean,
2 dramas. You needed a comedy.
Yeah. That was all I had.
That was it? That was the end of the story?
Well, I just wanted to have a comedy, and I couldn't think of one off the cuff. So
Dumb and Dumber is up there too, but I feel like that's one of those movies where
Yeah.
it caught me at the right chapter of my life, you know, and if I were to go back and watch it now, it's not going to be as funny as I thought it was before.
Yeah.
if it's on your
I-
top 3, then you should be able to watch it right now. and
Exactly.
enjoy it just as
Exactly.
much. And-
Tommy
Yeah,
Boy,
if you take
top
Can you
3.
take Dumb and
for sure.
Dumber to a remote island with you?
No, not without committing
Yeah.
suicide on the island. Nope.
Yeah.
Not happening. I'm curious. Are we gonna get any kind of serious talk out of tonight or no?
Well, I just
That
had an
was
alarm
pretty
go
good.
off at my Airbnb, so that's fun.
Again,
Talk about that.
hurrah! Yeah, let's
This is
talk
the
about
security
that.
alarm,
Hmm.
but it's just the guy fixing the toilet. He's apparently
Oh,
there a little late.
Well, that's
All right, so you had some drama with that. You were a little caught off guard, and
yeah.
little caught off
and
guard.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
block them days, but hey, you made some money out of it, right?
I did,
Still
I
gave
did.
you a good review.
I don't know yet. We'll see. Hopefully,
Mhm.
she said she
Did
was.
you give them any money
So-
back on the cleaning fee?
I
or-
did. I gave him half the cleaning fee back.
Jamie, do you
Oh, she did them
mind?
all.
diving deeper, like sometimes I know when we're talking here, we forget we're recording
We all-
for
yeah,
like a
we all know.
podcast.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
give us a
yeah.
little backstory here?
Yeah. So I've been setting up this Airbnb, first time doing it. And after we've got it furnished and everything else, realized there was still some stuff I needed to do with the house. So blocked off like up until Thursday of last week. And I was like, surely people are going to book in advance, right? First time doing this like an idiot. Literally had cleaners scheduled for the next day. So for Friday, Thursday night, my cutoff time is set for like 8 p.m. for same day bookings.
Yeah.
7 o'clock Thursday night, I get a booking notification.
Bam.
And I'm like, holy shit, we're not ready. Not at all, not even close. Luckily, I mean, we had the beds made. We had all, like, everything set up. It's just, it hadn't been cleaned properly. There was some construction dust from where they like put the security system, drywall dust from where I hung the TVs. Like, it just wasn't where it needed to be. And so I get on.
Did you get the cameras installed in the bathroom like you wanted to?
Yeah, there's one in each toilet that's hidden that you can't see. And,
I kid.
Just totally joking. But yeah, so I get on the phone and I call the girl. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. Just wanted to let you know, like, we had maintenance in there this week. I totally didn't think someone would book it. It's not clean like it should be. It's like linens are clean, dishes are clean, everything's good to go. Like, it's just going to be a little dirty in there, like construction debris. I hadn't cleaned some like cobwebs out,
which is what you want to hear from your host.
From your host.
Right. So
I will say it's better than arriving and finding that out.
Right.
I think you did the right move there.
She was totally, I mean, they were totally cool. She's like, no problem. We can clean it up. And I was like, it's not a huge mess. It's just there's going to be some leaves and dust on the ground and whatever. And so like I tell Blair and she like rushes over there and like tries to clean it. And they literally were like, yeah, I know. Right. And they were like, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. And so next morning, like 8:30 in the morning, fire alarm starts going off. I installed, I don't know what y'all use for your smart system. Like if you do any of that, I installed a Vivint system. Apparently their smoke alarms are really sensitive.
They all are.
It's fairly close to the kitchen, but like the main alarm.
You gotta get the
going off.
temperature one, not the smoke one.
Yeah. So kitchen. We're probably gonna have to move that. Anyways, long story short, toilet started leaking. Smoke alarm went off twice. And what else? There was something else that happened. It was dirty, the whole time. But they were super cool about it. Threw them back some cleaning fee, and
and they stayed an additional night, right?
They ended up staying an additional night. Brought in extra guests, so ended up getting a pet fee out of it. He brought a dog for a night. So yeah, a little bit of extra revenue there, and they seemed happy when they left. So
nice.
We'll see. We got another. Dogs? I do.
Anybody else?
Negative,
what?
Ghost Rider. We don't accept them, but we've had some shitty guests who just show up with them anyway because we are cleaner and we have, when we've came back home, we smell animal urine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. And do you have a doorbell camera?
We do, but when they carry them in with like as part of the luggage, like in the little carrier.
Like a little mini dog, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to put something in your rules. So my rules, if there's a dog that wasn't accounted for, it's only dogs. Dog wasn't accounted for, it's like $300 cleaning fee.
What about peacocks? What if I bring my pet peacock?
Yeah, I don't have anything in the rules about peacocks, but you poop on my rug, you're paying for the rug. So, that's the rules.
Jeff, do you accept pets?
Airbnb experience.
No.
I've had
Brody?
plenty of them want to bring them.
I know you'd probably get more out of an Airbnb if you let people have pets, but it's like there's no set of furniture I could think of other than just straight up fucking stainless steel that would like hold up to an Airbnb like that. Like so
stainless steel is so comfortable too to sit on.
Stainless steel, and just like design your place like a fucking prison cell, like the bed stainless steel, carpet, chain link. I don't fucking know. Like just make the shit really bulletproof. So if they bring like insane pit bulls or something that they chew on everything, it's like, well, I'm not paying for your fucking vet bill when they break their teeth, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just part of it. I feel like that's what the rules are for. So, I mean, if the pet ruins something, they're responsible for it.
Yeah. So,
It's still a
I
headache
mean,
to have to
there's,
fix it, right?
yeah, there's kind of like a sliding scale on how much of a headache do you go after. Because if like they pee on a rug, then it's like, all right, well, get the carpet cleaner out there for $100, you know? All right. Depending on how long the stay is, like if we're charging like $250 a night, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's worth the headache to go after them.
Yeah.
No, you know, if they freaking eat the bed, then it's like you're buying a bed.
Yeah.
But
So-
you
I don't
know,
know. We have animals and we have traveled with animals and, you know, so that's kind of where. I'm
yeah,
coming
I
from.
mean,
we'll see. And maybe I'll
we
turn it off
travel
at
with
some point in
animals
time, but
too, and you know, we have
There's-
chill ass
there's
golden
so many
retriever.
different kind of pet owners, though, man.
There are. That's
There
true.
is. There is.
It's like you never know. They can tell you everything in the world about how awesome their dog is,
And then the
it's like-
dog's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and like so I've never met you before, but I should take your word on how awesome your dog is. Like,
Jeff, do you have animals? Do you have pets?
no, I'm trying to. I mean, I've always been a dog guy, and my last dog died. I don't know, about 8 years ago. And I keep trying to talk boss lady into it, and she's not having it. And I've been working on the kids because I know that's my way in. And
Smart.
while they like dogs, like I can't. They'll bitch and moan about anything else on the planet, and they'll, you know, most of the time get it. But I can't get them.
Not
to,
the dog.
I can't get them to get passionate about getting the dog. So, you know, one day I'll have a dog.
Can I be transparent with you guys about something that happened recently?
Yes.
So I'm not. We don't have animals. We don't have pets because I'm highly allergic to anything that produces animal dander. I'm talking eyes swell up, nose starts running, like where's the EpiPen kind of thing.
Yeah, you fucking told my wife when we were at the Capcom about, you know, not getting pets, and she, you know, threw that at me, and I'm like, damn it, Jay. Thank you.
But that's my personal. If I wasn't allergic to it, we probably would have one or two, right? And so, but what drives me nuts, and Jamie and Brody, I'm probably going to piss you off here because I don't get the appeal of somebody taking their dog to Lowe's or Home Depot, or I don't understand that. I don't get it. So, and being highly allergic, I just know that those folks aren't sensitive to folks like me, and then they strap on this, and then they strap on this service dog like
Right.
sweater that it's really not. It's not a service dog at all. You know what I mean?
Such a
I don't understand why there's not more of an uproar from people who have service dogs on, hey, you guys are ruining this for us kind of thing. But here's something, and I don't know. I'd say I'm not particularly proud of it, but I actually kind of am. We were staying in a hotel up in South Carolina not too long ago, it was a few weeks ago, and it's late at night. I'm in a mood because we had been traveling. We were like 7 hours on the road, and I'm just ready to just head on the pillow, go to sleep. I don't want anybody to talk to me whatsoever. And, you know, the kids and Cassie had been up in the room for a while, and I needed to get something from the car so I could just like decompress. And I go to get on the elevator, right, at this hotel. And here comes this old lady who she's yelling at me, hey, hold the elevator, hold the elevator. And here she comes with her dog, with her quote unquote service dog. And I just yelled out, no, ma'am, I cannot be on an elevator with a dog. And I closed the elevator on her. and so that happened, right? So I go to the room, I get decompressed, whatever, go to sleep. The next day, right? The next day I go to open the door, walk out, and you know hotel rooms doors are right across the hallway from one another. As I'm opening the door, guess who opens the door across the hallway from us? And she takes one look at me, kind of rolls her eyes, and then she makes her way down the elevator. And I just turn around and go back into the hotel room. I was like, "There's no way I'm getting on the elevator with her.
Yeah,
we're not having this conversation."
Let me ask you this: what if you gave that elevator to that old lady and said, "Okay, I can't be in here, but you can have it"?
Well,
be the
that's
gentlemanly thing.
what I should have
Come
done.
on,
But
Jay.
let me remind you, I was in a mood. I had been on the road for 7 hours with our kids, screaming and yelling in the background, and hopefully she understood that I was just in a mood. But she didn't.
Because she's supposed to know what you've been doing.
Yeah.
She
But
totally.
no,
did.
and then we got to I'm settled down in our hotel room, and I start sneezing and coughing, and I'm like, somebody's been in here with a fucking dog. Somebody's been in here with a goddamn pet, and sure enough, that's what had happened. I saw. All right, so
But the hotel allows pets or just service dog? Pets?
they allow service dogs. This was not a service dog. There's no way in hell this little noodle of an animal was
My
a
father-in-law
service
got
dog.
his service dog certified so he could take him on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, down here in South Florida, like that's just a given. Like
Yeah.
that's what they do. If they want to go everywhere with their fucking dog, like they just make
Yeah.
it a service dog, and they make
So-
the process so simple.
Yeah, so you.
But
allow
Brody,
pets,
you are
just don't-
correct.
Okay.
I should have done the gentlemanly thing. Says I should have just, but that's kind of where I'm at in this whole every dog is a
I just want
service
to make you
dog
feel like
thing.
an asshole. a little
No,
bit.
I totally like when I got up to the room, I eventually told Cassie about it. I was like, here's what happened, and she kind of started laughing. She goes, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know. I was in a mood. We were on the road or whatever, and no, you're totally correct. I should have done that, but I'm just at that point where every animal is not a service animal, and I think the people who do legitimately need service animals for TD or
doses.
seizures or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
I think everybody else is ruining it for you, and eventually it's going to come to head. But anyway, Jamie, I cut you
There's a lot
off. What were you
of
saying?
things like
I don't know. I think I was saying. So y'all do allow pets, you just don't mean to allow pets.
In our Airbnb,
You have to.
we don't allow pets.
You have to allow service dogs.
Well, true.
Well, yeah, but so far nobody's like
Nobody's pulled that
been
yet.
like, oh, by the way, you don't get a choice.
Yeah.
They've just asked, and they tell me how good their dog is. And
We've never been asked. We've just had it show up as,
we've had
why does the couch smell like dog piss? Oh, it's because the previous tenant or guest brought a dog, and our neighbor confirmed. Oh yeah, they had a little guy running around.
You charge them for it? You got to charge them for that, man.
We probably should.
You should.
unless you wanted them 5-star reviews.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I've
Charge 'em afterwards.
definitely let some things go that I should have done just to get those 5-star reviews in the beginning.
Yeah.
After you have like 1,000 5-star reviews, it really doesn't matter that much, but that's not necessarily true. If you take a 1 out of 1,000, like statistically, it's gonna happen. So if you always shoot for excellence and then you eventually finally get that shitty one, you could pull a Jeff and be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's
still
also
shoot for
something to,
excellence.
like,
But it's also statistically impossible to have 5 stars all the way through.
I get that, and I'm not going to bend over backwards or forwards for that matter. But there's been some things that the cleaner has charged me extra for that I've just eaten because I knew that they were going to give me that 5-star review, and so I don't know, and I don't like paperwork and contacting and explaining stuff. So unless they really fuck something up, like I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah,
Brody,
this
you
looks
got
like-
You got to send me
What?
the memes for some Pulp Fiction. So when Jeff says bend over backwards or forwards, I can put those into the episode.
We're gonna have some crash zooms.
Yeah.
We're Gonna make this really, we're gonna make this Gen Z friendly, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
When you leave a review, and I hope you do, don't forget to tell us who you are and leave 5 stars. That's from Dirty Jobs Micro. Listen, guys, if you're interested in exploring any of the products or services that I use to make my real estate investing career easier, or you want to explore joining us in the W2 Capitalist community where you can hang out with guys like myself, Brody, Jamie, and Jeff on a routine basis, there's going to be a link somewhere in the description or comments or something like that, wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast. But as promised, if you have any questions whatsoever, or you feel like I can help you in anything we talk about here today on this episode or any of the previous episodes, send me a text. I was going to say, give me a call, but chances are, if you're not in my phone book, I'm not going to answer. So send me a text. Let me know what episode you're listening to and how I can potentially help you. We'll find a time to get on a call. Okay. My cell phone number is 205-249-0248.